Hello, everybody. Welcome to another AT group seminar here at the Bluegrass Council of the Blind. You guys can't see me on the screen right now, but here I am. Hello, hey. So today we're going to be talking about digital video magnifiers and kind of giving an introduction to what they are and how they could be helpful for all types of low vision. But first, if you have any questions you'd like to reach out to us, please feel free to give us a call. Our phone number is 859-259-1834. You can also visit our website, www.bcbky.org, or send us an email, info@bcbky.org. Thank you very much. And this video, if you're not watching it on YouTube, is going to be on our YouTube channel, where we have a ton of other helpful videos, several more in the AT group seminar series, but also some other types of videos that you might find interesting. So definitely go check that out. And follow us on Facebook, all of that good stuff. You guys know the deal. So, all right, we're gonna get started. I've got a nice variety of digital video magnifiers here. Now, before we even get to that, what exactly is a digital video magnifier? Why would somebody need one? Well, usually when someone starts to lose their vision and they're early on in that progress or that process, they might rely on optical magnification, just a handheld magnifier, kind of like Sherlock Holmes would carry around or something like that. But the problem is that they only can get so strong, meaning are so high of magnification before they can't make them any stronger. That's just a limitation of optics. The other problem is that depending on your level of magnification, you might have a very small magnifier lens, like this one I'm holding here. Let me see if I can zoom in and you guys can see it, get a better shot of it. There we go. So this is a 12 times magnifier, and you can see in relation to my hand how small it is. It's about the size of a $50 or a 50-cent piece. That's how small this magnifier is, and that's because it's so strong. They can't make a magnifier this strength any bigger than this. And this is actually a really large magnifier for that strength. So if you get to the point where the magnifier just isn't strong enough for you anymore, or the lens is just too small and it's not practical for what you need it to be, then we recommend switching over to digital magnifiers. And essentially, it's just a camera that shows the image, displays the image on a screen, and allows you to manipulate that image by zooming in, zooming out, changing the colors, maybe taking a screenshot and then saving that you can look at later. Lots of different options. When you're shopping around for digital magnifiers, the main thing to think about is what you're going to be using that for, the tasks you need that magnifier for, because that's going to dictate what type of magnifier you want. Usually the main criteria is screen size and portability, and they kind of go hand in hand, because the larger the screen size, the less portable the digital magnifier is. They come in all types of sizes, everything from a tiny little 3-inch magnifier like this guy, up to we've got a 12-inch magnifier here. Very common sizes though are 3-inch, 3.5, 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch. Those are kind of your all-around workhorse magnifiers. I always equate these to, or I give the analogy like these are like cars. All cars do the same thing. They take you from point A to point B, but different car manufacturers might build them differently as far as size, color. They might have different features, but they all basically do the same thing. So magnifiers are a lot like that. All of these are made by different companies, but they all magnify the image, every single one of them. That's universal. They all will change the color in some way. And most of them will also be able to take a screenshot. Some will do distance viewing. Most, if not all of them, will have some way to either sit down at a desk and use the magnifier or use it handheld. And then the other big one is, of course, pricing. They all have different pricing. And some of the pricing can get pretty high, especially if you get all the extra features like OCR. That's another option you can choose, where it will take a picture and then read that text out loud to you. So that is a very quick introduction to digital video magnifiers. Now we'll take a look at a couple of them individually and just give you a real quick rundown of what they can do. One thing though, as I'm clearing these out of the way, and we've got our sample piece of paper here that we're going to use. One question that we always get just about every time we talk about digital video magnifiers is, what about using a phone? Can you use a phone as a digital video magnifier? And if I have a phone, do I need to buy a separate digital video magnifier? Short answer is yes and no. So yes, absolutely. You can use your phone as a digital video magnifier. In fact, there's some great free apps that you can download, both for Android and iOS or iPhone. Both Android and iPhone probably have a digital video magnifier already installed on the phone when you get it. And they can work great. The problem is that the phone isn't built specifically for video magnification, whereas this guy here is. And so you don't have certain conveniences like a stand, a built-in stand, the handle coming off to make it easy to hold. You also have some other things like the camera on the back of the phone is a camera, but it's not designed to be a digital video camera or digital video magnification camera. So sometimes the image might, it's called focus hunting. It might go in and out of focus while you're trying to read something, and that can be very frustrating. So there's just some limitations to using a phone, but a lot of people already have phones and there's no extra cost in just putting on an app. So something to keep in mind. Okay, let's take a look. First of all, we'll take a look at the little guy. This is our little 3-inch digital video magnifier. And let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. There we go. And you see that, well, first of all, you see that my paper's upside down. Oh no, it wasn't upside down. So our little digital video magnifier, it works. We can, oh, the image is backwards in the camera, I see. So sorry about that, but it works really well for magnifying your image. The nice thing about this too is that we can do the freeze frame. We can do the different colors. It has a lot of the features that we maybe want. Let me see, I can zoom in and make it bigger, I think. But the nice thing about this is it is a much smaller portable form factor. So this could slip into a pocket or a purse and be carried around and taken into like your read menus in a restaurant very easily. Now, for some of us though, that screen might not be big enough. So we might want to look at a larger screen like this. This is the Ruby XLHD. It is a 5-inch screen, has a 5-inch screen. And let me zoom out here. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. This has a built-in stand. So when I pop out the stand, it can sit at a nice comfortable angle. There we go. Let's see if I can fix this. There we go. That's a better shot for you guys. Okay. So we have a nice 45-degree angle, and a lot of these can also do this 45-degree angle. That's a very common accessory or feature of these digital video magnifiers. So I can sit here and I can sit comfortably at a desk and view this. I can zoom in to this on the side here, and I can set it pretty big if I needed to. Zoom out. I also have the option to change the color contrast. So we get into inverted colors, which can be very helpful for a lot of people. This is a yellow on black inverted color. They have some colors that don't really work well for a lot of people. Blues and yellows, for some reason, they put them on every single device. And I've only met one person in the like 5-6 years that I've been showing video magnifiers to people. I've only met one person that likes the blue and yellow. Regular inverted, and then we can get back into full color. So these are super convenient to read your documents. Obviously, you do have to slide the device back and forth, kind of like a typewriter, to read everything. But these also, if I pop my stand back in, a lot of these also have a handle that pops out. And this allows me to either hold it at a 45-degree angle or at a 90-degree angle here, or right angle, I guess, and hold it similar to a traditional handheld magnifier. And of course, it still works the same. I can turn it on here. And if I hold my paper, I can read it. This is going to be good for looking at photos, magazines, things like that. And of course, I can zoom in just like before, zoom out, everything. Take a freeze frame if I want. So this is the Ruby. We also have this little guy is called a True Zoom, but it is exactly the same. Has the stand that pops out. It also has a handle that comes out. There you go. Now you can see it. And actually, let me zoom out here. Now you can see it better. Handle comes out. We also have another one. I mean, these are all very, very similar. They all have LEDs in the back, so it's going to make it really nice for viewing while you're in a low light environment like a restaurant, viewing the menu, things like that. Some of these will also do distance viewing. So I've turned this one to distance viewing, and now if I tilt it up, you guys probably won't be able to see, but I can kind of look across the room now. So it works similarly to electronic binoculars. And then I can go back to near viewing to read my documents. So those are all like 5 or 6 inch devices. Then you also have larger ones. This is a 7-inch digital magnifier. Works exactly the same though. We have our little stand that pops out, and we can put it at a nice comfortable reading angle on the table, or I can hold it handheld. The larger magnifiers do not have a handle that swings out. It only is used for either desktop or just hand holding. But the benefit is you start to get a much larger screen. And then we get into the big guys. This is a 12-inch. This is the Snow 12 by Zoom Max. Once again, we still have our pop out stand, so we can put this at a nice comfortable reading angle, and I don't have to hold it. I'll turn this guy on for you. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. The one benefit, we have physical buttons here, just like before, and all the buttons are pretty tactile, which is good. But one benefit of this guy, which I'll show you once it's fully booted up, here we go. Some of these larger ones they realized that it's not practical to move the magnifier back and forth. Tap the screen to zoom in. Okay, let me see if maybe I can. Yeah, you guys are gonna not be able to see it super well, but not too bad. But I can also, so I can zoom in, make it larger. But when I'm zoomed in, I also have a little joystick over here that will let me move this screen around. So I don't have to move the device. If I wanted to read this line of text here, I could just kind of scroll right through, and I can go up and down, left and right. So that's a nice little feature of some of these larger digital video magnifiers. This particular guy also comes with a stand. Let me see if I can scoot this back and you guys can see this. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it. So this comes with a little fold-up stand. It's an optional accessory to this digital magnifier. And when I put this one into the stand, it automatically detects that it's in the stand, and it's turned itself into desktop digital video magnifier mode, I guess you could say. Let me turn it so you guys can see. Yeah. Tap the screen to focus, and now I can use it like a traditional CCTV or a desktop digital magnifier. If I needed to fill out my paperwork, I could do this. I could do that under here. I can still zoom in. I can still do the panning and everything. Everything works like normal. It's just a lot more convenient. So that's another option you get with some of the larger digital video magnifiers. And then finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about is not only do they come in just, well, I guess to further illustrate the fact that they come in different shapes and sizes, you can also get wearable devices that are digital video magnifiers. So this is the Iris Vision. This you wear, it's a pair of goggles. You wear this on your head and you can see through this camera on the front here. You can see on little screens on the inside, and it lets you do all the same things. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can change the colors, you can take photos. The newer version of this device will also do OCR, which means it will take a picture and read the text out loud, which I'll demonstrate that here in a second. So really, really fancy, and makes it really convenient for like sporting events, concerts, plays, things like that, or even just sitting around the house playing a board game. So let me show you the OCR on this guy real quick. I'm going to zoom all the way out, and then I'm going to take a picture. And then actually I'm not going to take a picture. I can save this picture if I want to, but that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, I meant to press and hold this button. Text-to-speech function. And now we're in text-to-speech function. So if I press the button again, it's processing the image. Consumer benefits training through this program assists blind and low vision consumers in living safe, healthy, and independent lives by acquiring. Now I should have turned the volume up, but hopefully you can hear that it took a picture and it started to read that text document out loud to us. So that's a really nice feature. Could be very helpful if you don't want to read a long bank statement or, you know, a letter from your lawyer or whatever it might be. That could come in pretty handy. So that's OCR text to speech. A lot of the larger size devices have that as a feature. It is an extra cost. Pay a little bit extra for that feature, but it could be very helpful as well. So there you go. That was just a quick look at introduction into digital video magnifiers. Literally, this is only scratching the surface of the types of devices that are out there. I'll do a real quick pan here around the room. You can see some of the devices. These are all digital video magnifiers all around the room. These are all desktop versions. So big ones that you can do your classwork and all of that underneath. But they all basically do the same as the little guys. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Once again, if you have any questions for us, please reach out. All our contact information should be in the description of the video. But once again, if you'd like to give us a call, it's 859-259-1834, or send us an email, info@bcbky.org, or visit our website, bcbky.org. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.